Okay. So in the article, the most important thing that I think I came up with was in the humor, but that led to the attitude. And attitude is the most important thing. And from that comes out of the humor. And because it relaxes you when you try to make a silly little statement about your cancer or whatever it is. And the cancer is not going to go away, so you're stuck with it. So you might just as well deal with it, and the humor is probably the best way to do that. So with the humor, though, you have to be really careful because sometimes there's a line. You have to be careful not to go over. You can get close to it, but you have to be careful not to go over because some people would become offended, and it would turn them off, and they would then blank you out, and then they don't pick anything else up from the meeting. So you have to be really careful about that. But you can usually tell, though, when you're talking to people by their body language, if you're starting to go a little too far and you can back off a little bit. And it's better to listen at first, like I did my first meeting. You listen and you get the feel of the people that are there. And then you can make silly comments and humor because, once again, you got to have the humor. That's what gets you through the day. So one of the things that I really, really like about the meetings is the number of women that come. Sometimes up to 25% are women, and it's wives, but it's also sisters in several cases, and daughters, because some of these guys are widowers, and they get involved in it, and they ask questions too because they want to know. And it's often, by the way, women that push them in to go get their tests and all that, and they just want to make darn sure that they're doing it right. And at the end of the group, they always have a gathering because not everybody can stay. Some people have to go back. And sometimes the gathering goes on for quite a long time past the meeting. And they talk, everybody asks questions about in my case, I want to know about the incontinence. How long is it going to last? What can I do? And I also had to have my catheter on for a month. It's usually on for about 7 days. So I had a few little problems that they fixed up. But they talk about that. And then if somebody else has a problem that nobody else can, then the leader will say, is there anyone else have this problem? And then one or two guys might put their hand up, and then those three or two or three, four people go off on their own to discuss that little one that it's a rare problem that hardly anybody has. And then other people go on, and it's incredibly helpful.